Body supplies.
I haven't seen a Supra video in a week and a half. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, guys. And we're gonna make this Supra great again.
We make the streams louder.
What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of body work on this thing by myself. The reason I haven't started on this whole side right here is, like I said in my first bodywork video, is the guy in my complex. He does bodywork for a living, so he does bodywork from 8 to 12 hours a day already, and then he comes over here and helped me for a couple hours, a couple days. So anyhow, he hasn't been over here in a couple days. He's been pretty busy. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and start doing a few things on, not exactly the car by myself, but over here I have the door, this passenger door, and I got the hinges for it. Finally, I ordered just some brand new ones from Toyota, but has that little bit of filler right there, which I'm assuming there's barely any there. But I'm gonna go ahead and strip that off and kind of strip this door basically the same as I did the rest of the car. I'm pretty sure this door is damn clean. It has a little ding in it right there. But so yeah, I'm gonna do the body work on that. There's also a few little spots down here on the frame rail. I'll probably stud gun that stuff, a few of those little guys. Pull that stuff out and kind of get that, because I am putting aftermarket side skirts on here, but I definitely want to fix it. So if the side skirts ever come off or whatever. Over here there's actually a pretty nice little crease right there that you can't really, maybe you could see, I don't know, but so there's a little crease right there. But yeah, I'm gonna go with hopefully this video I'm gonna go with the less talking, more working deal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, but I'm gonna get started. So I got this thing all pretty much stripped away back down to the bare metal. Had to use a little wire wheel to get kind of down in the little crevices. Overall, it's not too bad. I think probably the deepest it is in a spot is maybe a little over 1/8 of an inch. So it's not too bad. So I'll probably just end up filling it. I'm not sure. I might grab the stud gun and just try to yank like that one out. That one's a little bit deeper than some of this stuff over here. It looks like somebody already kind of pulled on it a little bit. But yeah. So the reason I took this all back down to bare metal again and got rid of the old filler that was on there was because, I don't know how long it's been sitting on there. I don't know if it's got moisture in it. So yeah, I don't want anything to happen, especially, on the passenger door. On the bottom down here, there's a little bit of surface rust that had already kind of built up. So I knew it had got to some moisture, and basically body filler, if you don't actually get it sealed up right away, it gets moisture in it. It's kind of like a sponge. And so I need to get, since the car's down to bare metal and this one was already down to bare metal, I'm going to go ahead and work on these things first, get those back into primer. And well, what we'll do is we'll hit them with after the filler's done, and it's pretty roughed out pretty good, we'll hit it with the etching primer, or not the etching primer, the epoxy primer, and then wait for that to flash off, and then directly go over it with a high build primer. And then it'll be sitting for probably a week and a half before we actually block that out too. So that filler, or not the filler, the primer will actually have a chance to really sink into the scratches and actually fill them in. Because a lot of times, a couple months down the road, because the primer and everything doesn't really get completely hard right away. So a lot of times, if you're doing especially really aggressive body work with the 36 grit like we're doing, and you use that with the filler and you sand it right away, and then paint it and clear it, and then stick it out in the sun. In a couple months, maybe you'll kind of get some of that shrink back, and you'll see a little bit of sand scratches that'll show up in it. So don't want that to happen. And so yeah, everything else is still in paint, so it still has paint. And this hatch, I still haven't decided what I'm doing. I haven't really been able to locate a back glass for it yet, so I might end up just buying a whole another hatch for it and just painting that. So until then, just going to continue working on this stuff. So yeah, essentially this is what I got done tonight, is this little chunk on the door, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know if you guys could pick up in the video how much actual of the body filler dust was on the ground, but there's quite a bit. So if it looked like I was putting a lot on there, I mean, it was just because I had to sand a lot off, and there was actually a shitload on the floor. This stuff right here, when you kind of sand the filler a little bit sooner, it's kind of tacky, and it fills up your sandpaper. And the 36 grit that we're using to actually block that out is pretty aggressive, so it kind of deals with it a little bit better than 80 grit. So I was using 80 grit right here, and so I need to go back. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more, and we'll just, so it kind of gets all that tackiness out of it, so it quits just killing the sandpaper right away. Because you could see over here, this stuff like right there, it just builds up like that film on it, and as soon as you kind of get right there, then it just doesn't do shit. So yeah, you have to use a really aggressive sandpaper or grit. So 36 grit, you know, that means there's like 36 chunks in a square inch, and so 80 grit's like, you know, it's like half as fine as this. So but you want something really, really aggressive that actually shaves it and actually shapes the panel and the filler that's on there, versus the 80 grit, it just kind of rounds shit off and kind of smooths it out a little bit. It'll shave it a little bit, but definitely not like the 36 grit. So that's why we're using a 36 grit, and that's why we get to, you know, go back over it again. Basically, once I'm gonna get the kind of the final approval on this thing from my Bodywork helper guy, or the other guy in the complex that's helping me with the bodywork, and I'm gonna get his kind of opinion on this. Make sure he thinks it's straight, which it feels straight as shit to me. But then after that, we'll basically probably end up skimming this whole thing, but we'll just press really, really hard on the filler, so we'll basically get just a real thin layer. So the whole thing will be like that, and then we'll block the whole thing with like 80 grit with like guide coating and stuff. And then once that's all good, we'll hit it with a high build primer, or we'll hit it with the epoxy primer. Then we'll hit it with the high build primer, let it sit for like a week, and then we'll start sanding on it again. Who got deported? Your mail order, David's mail order bride.
Oh yeah, no, not my mail order bride.
Where did you get your current bride?
From my work. They actually imported her for me.
And she still works there and you don't?
Yeah.
Long distance relationship. Dave's a committed man. So you got Brandon over here doing another little skim. He pulled a lot of this stuff out with the stud. You can see all them little guys. I'm sure you guys seen it on the little time lapse I had with the phone right here. But yeah, she's getting pretty close. I blocked the roof with the 80 grit, so it needs another little light coat, or light little skim, kind of even out some of the high spots and stuff on it. Yeah, shit, we're getting close. The body's like almost there. Pretty much after the quarter panel, and we do like another like light skim over the whole thing and block it, it should be about ready for primer. This thing needs a little bit more work done on it. A few more little spots I need to touch up, but yeah.
Gonna be nothing but Bondo. Don't you know?
What else? What else?
Bro, why is it taking you so long?
Yeah. How come the Supra isn't done yet?
Because you dicked off at SEMA all week.
Yeah. No, so I was dicking off at SEMA all week. And, you know, I had my 15, you know, gas monkeys go ahead and finish the Supra for me while I was gone. No, I wish I had another Supra to set in here and tease you guys with it. But, so yeah, so the plan was to kind of get it in primer before SEMA, but I ended up having a bunch of stuff had to get done. So did Brandon here. And so I didn't get it in primer, but we're going to get it in primer here shortly. And then I need to, this door, I thought this door was kind of straight, which it turns out it's not. It's got, I don't know, it's got like the cellulite on it. So the whole thing is kind of ripply and shit. You can see down here on the bottom, it's got like 5 layers of paint. It's like originally black and then painted again and then painted again. And so I'm going to pull that all the way down to bare metal. What else? So, oh yeah, so we got Brandon over here doing another little skim coat on the bottom, getting pretty close. This guy's like the fastest in the world at like straightening something out, getting it roughed into the bodywork. But had to weld a little thing here. Still haven't done anything with the engine bay yet. Was kind of deciding, but that's definitely in the works as well. Quick little skim on this guy. Try to figure out the highs and the lows, because this thing was just super wavy. You guys could see down here on the floor like how much actual material came off of that, and that was just basically like the paint side of it. Yeah, we'll just get a quick little skim. This was the primarily like low shitty spots in there, so we'll do a quick block on that and then probably end up skimming the whole thing and doing some like the guide coat so we can find the low spots.
Who cares? Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? SEMA coverage?
Yeah, video at in time.
David, SEMA. You made her sit on that?
Yeah.
You did. Damn. So I might give you guys a link to David's like SEMA coverage. This guy just went out there and just went like hard. He like got kicked out of a Camaro like test drive thing. The guy like ripped the e-brake and shit. But innocent Dave over here. Just imagine this guy just getting in like a 2016 Camaro and just like ripping the shit out of it, thinking it's like Formula Drift, like traction control and everything going on, and like cars like, you know, like skidding, and then the guy like rips e-brake and Dave's like, yeah, don't rip the e-brake again. Like just like has this shit like on, has his head cam on, just like nonchalant, just ripping it. So this is David. He like stole one of the models and took her to like other booths and shit, and just like I don't know, just fucking David, that crazy bastard. I don't know what's in that guy, but he's letting it out. So Dave went back from SEMA. I got a little bit of, well, we did a little bit more body work today. It's got this pretty much whole side done. There's a little bit we have to mess with right here, but probably get that knocked out tomorrow. You can see right here, a lot of people, you know, if you comment about the amount of body filler going on the thing, I mean, look how much is on the floor, you know, compared to what's actually on the car. So like over here, yeah, there's a little skim on it, but you have to do that to make it straight. See, in most spots you can kind of see, and then kind of the waviness and it's just filling it. So you have to fill it up and then basically shave most of it off. So there's actually not a whole lot on the car, but there's a shitload on the floor. Hey, like sanding, bud.
Not bad.
The Redox kit doesn't have a rear bumper.
So it's T minus 15 hours, and what are we doing here?
Oh
No,
shit.
so guys, I'm just right here. I'm putting on the final buff job. I just wet sanded the whole car, and I just compounded it. Right now, I laid out some nice 3M polish on this thing. So I'm just, a lot of people when they do the show cars and stuff like that, everybody forgets about the rockers. So I'm making sure to polish those up really good. So if somebody's looking at the car, they look down. I mean, the bottom of it's just going to be just as pretty as the top of it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. You see, we got a nice smooth surface right there. I think I'm going to be proud of for years to come.
Tell me.
So they just hung out.
Oh no, that's why I was all fucking sad.
Oh fuck! You're trying to fucking barbecue your hair. You see that?
Watch her be like
Dude,
spiders.
did you
in there
see
and they
that?
just
Look at
come
that.
out.
That almost got his hair on fire. Watch.
There goes spider web. On
Watch, dude. Watch.
You need that tool that like pulls them, like
all of them evenly.
yeah, like
Too bad
the.
that guy at Simeon didn't.
Oh, did you see that thing?
Yeah, too bad that guy didn't send me one, because
Is that Brandon?
look how many views are on the video right now.
Is
How
that
many
Brandon?
people would have got to see how awesome that tool was.
Yeah.
But nope. He's like full price.
How much was it?
Oh, it was like $40 or something. Premium tool though. I wish I had it right now. You think I'm welding too many of these on there, or is that? You're gonna be right.
Yeah.
No, just fucking keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep her going.
Motionado TV 2017 project.
This is gonna be the best.
Make Supras great again.
This is gonna be a process.
Do we need to turn the radio off? The radio?
Doesn't this thing look like a porcupine right now?
Hold on, just go like. Shut the light. You can like play the
Hey,
fucking
shh,
instrument. Hold on, can you get like a...
This is fucking.
Okay, so I'm currently working this little metal thing right now that it had a pretty big crease in it, and it's coming along. I kind of feel like I'm using a lot of these things, but I think you're supposed to use a lot of them if you want shit to come out nice, I guess.
What I love more than my Lamborghini Supra here is bucks. And they're the ones that make me the most money.
So buy my buck.
Buy my book.
Says, would you like to set your shit on low
Oh,
per?
damn it, already,
Hey, quick!
already blocked it off.
So yeah, that's pretty much the Supra video for the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I just kind of finished up this little rocker panel here. Swept up most of the mess for the day. This seems to kind of be the daily average of how much shit is on the floor. As you can see my foot. It's quite a bit of you know, filler dust. So we're putting a bit on there, but sanding most of it off just to kind of get it leveled out. This side already has the icing on it. It's been 80 gritted. So we're going to have to pretty much do that to the rest of the car. Everywhere else we've done bodywork too. I picked up this jack. If you guys seen it on my Snapchat the other day, I bought this thing at Harbor Freight. It seems like it's pretty dope. Need that for lifting, you know, like heavy F250s and shit, but works really good for, you know, getting this thing up so I'm not working, you know, way down on the ground. But yeah, I got all the doors and everything kind of halfway done. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this Supra video. I really wanted to have this thing in primer, but that'll be the next video. And yeah, so hopefully within the next like 2 months or so, this thing will be painted, and we're gonna make this Supra great again. So yeah, thanks for watching. Check out my other videos, and see you next week.